Merchants and figures of importance ensure that the cycle of business maintains the interest of those willing to spend good coin. Crowds gather in claustrophobic halls with shouts for bargain deals rallying the masses in the distance. The invitation in your hands, however, pulls your attention in another direction, almost as if sanctioned for the passage of those bearing the elephant's seal. The way to the grand auction holds far less noise, and far more armed guards nearby. A curtain is drawn, and the passage through the brief, dark corridor takes you into a lavish hall. The red velvet elegance and soft musical sophistication in the atmosphere is quite telling. Your ears, your business acumen, and your manners must be sharp, if not sharper than the blades of the masked guards outside. Players, welcome to the auction house.
Well, hello and welcome to the auction house.
Greetings.
Gordon Cole.
I do pray how your trip was. Hopefully the manor lag hasn't caused you any unsavory side effects of sorts.
Players have made contact with the intro servant. Be ready.
It has been acceptable.
A little lumpier than
Oh,
usual.
perfect. Oh, then shall we go towards the auction house?
The servant is very well-mannered and very polite.
I do say, what might you be interested in here? What item? What are you in particularly looking for? If I don't mind asking.
Personally, I've got an open mind. I'd like to see everything.
Likewise.
Yeah, but give us a
Valuation.
itinerary of sorts before coming here. Oh, the promise of many interesting twists, but not specifically to recall.
Valuation upon observation, my friend. The first rule of such events.
A wry smile on the servant's face catches your eye. Maybe he knows something.
Wonder Boys, start grabbing drinks from the bar and give it to the people who are sitting at tables.
Is there anything in particular of note
Just so there's some
being,
movement.
auction today?
Oh, well, certainly there is quite a few marvelous that I may have seen of sorts, but yes. Let's see. I believe there was a sort of potion of superior luck, I believe it was. I believe there was also a beautiful slave girl with purple hair, as far as I recall. And yes, most noticeably, the mana-tempered glass. Quite priceless.
Interesting.
Very
Yeah, will these goods be on display before the actual auctions take place? That mean way, review them before making bids.
I may not have such authority
Heavens, no.
as that, but may I have to just redirect you to somewhere else? I'm not quite into the
Well, by all means,
curiosity.
if it's beyond your capabilities, show us to who it is.
Alrighty then. Yes, perhaps.
Hector, with
maybe
a
one of the-
13.
We know who we're looking for.
You see the stature of the servant, and perhaps forward questions are a little bit beneath his station. So is gossip.
Perhaps one of the servants,
The help.
maybe in the bar, might help you some more, but I don't want to gossip on more matters about it. Would you like your names to be called upon entering?
No, that's
of course I would.
I would expect as much.
For those that would like to be called, can you all stand in line?
First, Prince.
I'll leave you all to be rolled called then. A little blue-haired guy. I forgot your name already, but thanks again for holding my ticket on the way in here. I couldn't exactly do it myself. I appreciate it.
As you align yourselves single file,
You're going
It's
with
been
the
a
roll
while,
call
but this
when the
is
servant
true
announces their
splendor.
presence. Someone turn and accept them into the hall. They are new faces, so you're not expecting much.
Do not hold back on grandeur.
Oh, look at Firefly.
Your name, please.
Prince
It
Zafran
seems
Shafiq.
like it would behoove him to tell him your name upon entering.
Alrighty then. Prince Zafran Zafrik.
Start hushing down and start noticing at the entrance. They are announcing people as they enter.
Surely you must have heard wrong.
Where's your owner?
It appears
My
that no one
owner,
has the tutor.
perhaps you'll be able to see them around here.
I'm
I'm part of
I'd
what
like to
they...
speak to them right away. Bring them here.
I'm afraid I can't leave my post after now.
He directs your attention to a woman by the bar.
I'd say right over there in the bar. They might.
I hope you remember my face when you get your lashings.
Alright. Your name, please.
Asato Suna.
Have you brought any goods yourself?
Asato Zuna.
Let that slide.
Good for a certain amount of oil exchange.
And your
Provide
name?
fair crowns for me.
Randolph Ramsey.
I don't have much.
May I have that again? One moment.
Randolph Ramsey.
Decorum says one at the side is.
Randolph Ramsey.
Yeah, Waffle Knight's my title, but that's my real name.
I would go get one.
Servant with a 17, it seems like these have been some of the most unusual merchants you have seen to date.
Is that the Ramsey?
You may go forward and interact with the guest. May I get your name?
Felix Lanier, merchant and contract manager of the Aether's Artisans Guild.
Wonderboy, go ahead and step forward to some of the players, offer them drinks, make them feel welcome.
Lanier.
Welcome to the auction house. May I
Thank
offer
you.
some wine?
Aether? What's Aether?
And your name, possibly?
Come. You mean to say you do not know me?
Rolling.
Paintably, they are known as Soren. To come up. So naming them as Soren, the head of the event.
Wine for you, sir.
Here's a quart of wine.
Hi there.
This is a lot grander than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I'm a bit underdressed.
It's the same, but this is the armor I was given with my knightening.
Basically, look around a little bit, you hear a voice, but you don't see someone. And then you start moving a little bit more to your left, and all of a sudden, he's there. Here he is. Someone you can see through.
6 words or less in here, please.
You scared me just a bit earlier.
Hello, my friends. I am Amar Amir. So, what brings you to this fine establishment today?
I'd say the same as everybody else. I'd like to peruse some interesting products and maybe acquire them for ourselves.
Have you exchanged your wares for crowns yet?
Not yet. Might you know where they go for that?
Let's see. I think that servant over there might be
Anyway,
of service to
maybe
you.
once they approach you, it'd be good to ask them if they know about how things work here, how auctions are paid, etc.
What brings you here, son?
So Maple's character, maybe offer them a drink. Maybe ask them if they know the amenities here of how currencies are run here.
How do you say? Business partnerships. And see what wares everyone's peddling around. My apologies, I didn't get your names. Nice to your acquaintance,
As a griffin breeder.
Asato Suna.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Raj,
Very
looking
well,
around.
Mr. Sonato.
The new faces here.
You may call me Emil.
Some of them are farmers, some of them carry boots, some of them wear cloth.
This one in the green armor, I did not recognize his herald.
Hot enough to melt the wax and
What sort of
put
flavor
off
does
kind of a
avocado
soothing
have?
glow, sort of a
Oh, it's very bitter.
something to relax oneself.
That's the ones I've had have been quite bitter. As though some
Beyond
can be
that,
Personally,
I
I'm
know
a
there was
sweet
talk of a girl being sold as
They're
well,
all to rock
and
quickly, though. You
many
might want to
other
be careful
things.
about
I'm
that. Once you
delighted
get 'em,
to
you got
see
nothing. But I
what
heard
they
these
might
ones are special.
bring
Saw them coming
forth
in on
for
the
us
freight.
to perchance purchase.
That's what prompted me to want to come today, actually.
I see.
So,
Tempered glass, something. Okay.
I've
I'll
got a
always
very
get to
open
the
mind.
results, you know. They like to.
Well, I've got a very open mind. today. It's
Myself,
my
I
first time, so I'd like to
do my best to stay closed up in your face.
What's the word I'm looking for?
It's
candle,
that's for sure.
The candles. The way you describe it, I believe that is the purpose of a candle in general. I suppose it would be extra soothing, wouldn't it be?
I'd like to see.
Yes,
As
it didn't
for,
exactly capture my imagination. There is one other item, though.
And yourself.
A concoction, a potion that I've heard of.
That kind of thing.
I believe it is
Saw what
one
I
that
can, you know. I deal
vastly
primarily in
increases
textiles,
one's
and
luck.
I also deal in
I'm
spices.
quite curious in that, as
You
it
might be more
ties
interested in
into
spices
my
than
own
textiles.
business.
However, I will say my textiles are top notch.
Does
You know,
and what would that be?
Certainly
Well,
seems there's definitely an option.
with a 15, there's a
Do you
few
mind
creatures
just a
in the
little bit of
world
something?
that may offer luck, but to brew raw luck, surely this must be no small amount of alchemy.
Want to make sure you look nice for everyone else. I always like to see new faces come in and want to take care of
My business, though many here might find it somewhat distasteful, is
Harold Albus.
helping
Hey, Renan. Just making sure the stream is working.
Would you like me to partake in that as well?
hindering or helping their paths. This potion I view as something of a
Fortunately, I don't have
unfortunate piece of competition.
You may call me Harold. Everyone calls me Harold once they get to know me.
I could see how
Is
you
that
would
with a
play it. It is certainly a
or with an
interesting item, not one I would expect to see at some place so open-ended. But
yes,
you read fates, then, do you? I'm something of a fate weaver myself in my free time.
We have
I thought there was something about you that suggested perhaps we might be in similar businesses.
Let's go right ahead. I'd love to meet people.
He's can be a little snarky.
For some reason, I'm not getting.
I wouldn't say I alter the fates of people, but I sort of help them along their way.
This is my friend Felix.
The path already set
This
is
is
merely one that
my
needs to be
new
walked.
friend
And,
and acquaintance Harold.
I'm sure you're familiar with the binding nature of certain contracts.
NPCs, please direct players to the exchange merchants casually and naturally when you have the moment.
Absolutely. I often yes. I often deal in contracts myself. I'm quite well versed in them.
Tell me that.
What do you know about the
some of the movers and shakers
host
around here?
of these little?
I have been informed.
Are they on the floor? Or is it in their halls? Are we to await their arrival?
It's this one right here.
If they're in here, yes.
I do believe they will make themselves known presently. It should not be long till we begin moving towards the auction itself.
Pause. Zafran, you look across the room. The man in the orange. Could that be? Is that your uncle?
Wait, where am I looking?
He walks just behind Felix. The man in the white beard.
I'll tell you what. Large like 200.
Thinking some kind of procure? Monster
flash pelts.
It's not unheard of.
You may, of course, go to the bar. Or perhaps I can service you myself.
Oh, these new faces have identical
Where are those samples?
Value?
See this lady with the tray right here? Just ask her what
Oh, I see.
Might I get a glass of wine?
You look around, and of course the exchange merchant is directly to your left.
I can give about
He's standing right there.
200.
Very well.
That's acceptable?
Oh, my apologies.
Very much so.
Amar Amar.
One moment. Transport.
A pleasure, Amar.
Sorry, you already know who this man is, but you smile. What a kind introduction.
Is there a place where I can exchange my goods for crowns?
Your crowns.
Yes, it seems that
He holds out a
servant
wad
will
of
be able to
200
service
paper-based currency.
Thank you.
Has a bit of writing to it, and
He is talking to one of our competitors as well, sir. Of course. Thank you, Mr. Amar.
I hope you enjoyed your stay.
Yes.
I shall. I might see you later. I do have goods with me.
I will gladly see you.
Gracias.
I was directed to you. Are you the person I exchanged my goods for crowns with?
Yes, sir. I am the exchange. I believe. Do you know the rules of this? Or should I explain?
No. Please, give me a quick lowdown.
Yes.
I feel like it helps people to loosen up a bit.
Grabs a paper rectangle shape. These are crowns. They are worth little to no nothing outside of this currency. But once you are in this currency, you can exchange these for goods, services. You can even go buy a drink, give a tip to the servants, ask for a better view of the balcony. And
I happen to breed them.
the most important part, use exchange the auction.
Transport a couple of heavy cargoes.
But
Interesting animal.
obtain these cards give me of something of equal value.
Oh, well, then you're
Of
That's it.
course, that's
depends on the breed.
And
was explained to me slightly.
That's a little bit more like a
You are
Well, I have
also aware
goods
of
to
this?
trade.
want to get one of the sturdier breeds of birds. Here's my card.
Yahoo.
Well, I will go with this young master.
Of course.
Since he asked.
Feel free to let me know what you need.
So, what do you have for today?
Certainly do appreciate it.
Well, I've got several bolts of wonderful silk.
Let's see here.
That's
My
one.
business
If I could
is
recall a little bit,
nothing up against
there
that.
is one book that is
Zillow, I pre-rolled a 17 for them.
But I suppose if you have anyone who wants to stop
a book on human anatomy.
Define them.
Yes, yes.
The roll for the prince.
Of course.
Thank you.
It's based on corpses
Or
that
their items.
Died through overuse of mana and similar things. It's quite well done, and its illustrations are quite profound, but unfortunately the person I got it from, they didn't have it in the best shape. There's a few splotches, but it's fine work. Trust me, I assure you, and all the illustrations are survived. Quite unique.
Organization.
Mythical in nature almost. Imperfections to give more of an allure to certain
keep the business booming.
I would agree.
We recently got a
Cool.
contract
And
to
who are you?
Very excited about that. There
Forgive my
are
man.
6 different griffins to help
Hector.
with their deliveries.
I am among like-minded individuals. You need not worry about my visage. I am much the same as you, to you ugly. Mine is the fleshy base, I suppose. You have quite the intriguing group. Well, Hector, I am Raj Amar. I was inquiring with your friend about a certain book. First edition, as he claims, something of a particular variety. You all are not faces I have seen. No offense. For a lack None taken. I find it is rather distinct, at least. Absolutely. First edition of...
Continue with the exchange. Keep going.
Yes, it was if I believe the title correctly, it's Antomia Humani Corpus Magi. I might have butchered the pronunciation, but it's on people who have died from overuse of mana and the like. The dissection of their corpses. It's very scientific, but very good read.
What they say, knowledge is power after all. Ancient knowledge after all.
She's a good shaker around
Oh my goodness.
You said you were going to exchange that, however.
Yes, I wish to see what I can get out of crowns from it.
But I make you a more enticing offer. For these books, you will probably get less, or even maybe a third of what you have intended to get to them by exchange. It is how they keep profit here. I am more of a collector of many kinds, so I would make you an offer for your books.
They say you can bestow great luck.
Surely, we'd love to hear it.
If anything, I would like to try and grasp a full inventory of you. So how many of these books do you
I
possess?
have 4 books total. The 4th one is in complete Elvish. It's a religious book, religious text of a certain soul stuff. But the 2nd book is Romeo and Juliet.
Wonderful.
It's about a forbidden love between a dog and a cat.
Felix,
Again, another.
DM note. You have it in the back of your head that you may yet exchange these books with this affluential individual, but the crowns are for the bet.
You said you wish to exchange. What are you able to?
Difficult to procure. They are very, very coveted by those who are familiar. I also dabble in some animal goods. I have a number of Chacapasso pelts, if you are familiar with the creature, as well as a small handful of fangs of a sandworm.
Interesting.
Far more valuable than ivory.
So, tell me of these beasts. Are they tameable, or do you simply hunt them?
The Chacapasso is a wild animal, but is considered something of a beast of burden. They are tameable to an extent.
I see.
My homeland does not do well with the likes of horses or camels. Chacapasso is very much our alternative. They are not as durable, but they are fast, and they do not eat as much, which means that they are easier to maintain.
Back in Kushala, we have taken another approach. Our sands are very much hot during the day, so we need a beast of burden that can bear the heat without expending too much water. That is why I employ a lot of these beetles. My own flight of beetles is, of course, shines like the, how do you say, most exquisite jewels, but there are, of course, some more matte and, common varieties.
You take it almost immediately, perhaps even without a DM rolling for you, that this man greatly prizes these beetles of different varieties.
Truly, the way you make it sound is as though little else even compares.
Well, they are uniquely suited for the environment that they inhabit, and they are quite strong, as I own several mines of precious metals such as platinum and other pure metals. And I do need something a little stronger than a camel to hold that precious metal around the sand without expending too much water, that is. For in Kushala, water is often more precious than gold itself.
Of course, it's the name of the game.
After all, it does go
I have heard
you're not making tons of other merchants.
Why are you even... Exactly, and then I would be happy to provide you with any help you need, provided that good business relations could be first established.
It's better to have a monopoly. I'm in the Griffin business. A monopoly puts a bad taste on the tongue.
I've heard some startling news coming from Santo Escaran. Is it true that Obsidian Tower over there was somehow demolished or gravely damaged?
The Obsidian Tower yet stands. There was certainly an event, unfortunate and dire. A quake that was very unexpected. But you understand, the mountains exist upon a fault line. Earthquakes and tectonic activity are not unheard of, rare though they are. The Obsidian
In the mining
Tower
business, we do have our own share of cave-ins.
The Obsidian Tower, thankfully, was designed with this particular possibility in mind. It has sustained some damage, but true to the infrastructure and grand capabilities of the constructors of Santo Escaran, the architecture yet stands.
Say, you look a bit famished. Would you like to sample the charcuterie board? I have some exquisite meats. There's some fruit and a couple of pieces of very pungent cheese.
I do like quality meats. Like yourself, I pride myself on taking very good care of my body. After all, it is the only one we have.
Yes. I am known as somewhat of a gourmand myself.
Amir, as you converse with this orc, you're worries about Santo Ascaran are actually quelled. You're hanging on to every single word that he's laying into you. And as you share a meal with a natural 20, plus 2 in this case, you're enjoying your moments with this man, this creature. You're content.
It's entirely their business.
Yes. I think we will make some fat stacks as some merchants say.
He's very much short. I also have noticed his spear that he has on his back. Open display of weaponry at a place, unless he's auctioning it, but very unusual.
Yes,
but
that's somebody.
I would be.
That a family heirloom?
Well, do you think we should invite him over? Get to know him more? Find out his secret?
Perhaps it might be worthwhile. I mean, I've never met somebody who actually touches servants. You know, I always say thank you, but you know, that's basic decorum.
I would be highly interested. Let's see if we can wrangle.
Is that a spirit behind you? Oh, no, look over your shoulder. Be very subtle.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Describe him for me.
Well, and he's got no head, and he's a ghost.
What?
What do you supply, friend?
Yes, it's a spirit. I have never seen something so fascinating in all my years.
Most of my wares can be used, I'd say, mostly in alchemy, if you've heard of the craft.
Who invited them? How did they get it? Shouldn't that be something for the church? Escort out?
I suppose they came in with the new people.
Maybe they're like part of the auction. Maybe they are for sale.
Oh. I would be willing to bet gamble on a spirit. Might make sense. It's more of a novelty.
Obviously, one of the other guests who arrived has some sort of control or mechanism to enforce.
Oh, a servant spirit. Then why is he talking to him like that?
Maybe. You have to forgive me. My hearing is the best with
Raj.
Behind me is Raj?
I believe it not to be quite
Raj Shamar.
I have not gazed upon him, and yet you put me in quite the pickle that I cannot look over my shoulder. What? Describe him as well.
Here. I have compact mirror. Here you go. Alright, now open it. There you go.
Gerald, when you glance into the pocket mirror, you actually see a specter talking to one of your great friends. And Sheila being such great company, with an 11, you hold your temperament back. You do not call for the guards. It would ruin such a great night.
Let's see where this leads. I'm fascinated. Thank you.
I know. I can't believe it. A spirit here.
They must be going all out for the auction.
Checking. All exchange is complete? Question mark.
I wonder if he's part of the entertainment.
What was your name? They're very good at climbing walls, but they don't use.
I have exchanged with 4 people.
You're a yoga instructor. It seems you are.
Who is left?
Having a
I
quite
think it's
extravagant pose right now.
And
oh goodness. It is a special
Abyss.
I developed it myself. Get rid of the kinks.
Felix has already made an exchange.
Yes.
Understood.
Has an ego traded?
How do you war against this or ward off these?
Maple Sage has
Do you have a standing
traded
army?
200 crowns.
could not cast it.
I believe we will trade more, but I have no idea.
We've established an insular economy.
Pleasure, Felix.
For the merchants of
What is it that you're bringing? What are your wares?
Maybe they'd be even worth more than your
Maybe
unicorn.
opposing chickadee branding for a griffin, but I mean, we're in everything. Even the glass is here.
NPCs encourage players to stop you from bidding on key items that they may find interesting. Methody or the mana-tempered glass.
Happen to win some of that mana-tempered glass. I would be absolutely grateful for just a vial of it. You know, I just need a small portion to look after my griffins. Quite frankly, I want a bit on those avocados. My uncle had this recipe. He used golden avocados for it. He called it Fisher Barbecue. And I had it since I was
Set your sights on anything.
Rule number 1 of auctions, as taught by my mother. Evaluation upon observation. I shall see for myself the quality of what will be presented before I make my decision. It would not do to overcommit.
Do any of you need any drinks?
I would have one, thank you.
Inigo.
Actually, let me treat the table.
You've seen the line that they've kind of had for this auction. But there's one thing that you haven't seen in the upper echelons of Santo Escaran, and that was the mana-tempered glass. Something of antiquity, perhaps. Rolling. With a 3, you've never seen it yourself in person. But you've heard stories of what it could do. Grand things, even.
So, Mr. Ramsey, have you enjoyed the pickings?
I still have my... I have a fire for now.
Yes, I make sure to pick myself with my crowns, though. After all, they are non-refundable after you spend them. But, as you might know, so if you don't spend them in the auction, I don't think anyone, you're out of luck, friend. Has done it.
So, how much crowns were you able to liquidate?
500 for an heirloom of mine.
It may be considered a bit of a faux pas to ask others what they may be handling, but...
So, are you setting your sights on anything today?
Well, small steps.
I haven't seen any of what they are auctioning as of yet. But anything of the cooking variety on.
Indeed.
Welcome. Thank you very much. It's welcoming our new faces in IC.
Yes. They are quite intriguing.
Not at all, friend.
Thank you, much obliged.
Someone who is new to the game of merchantry.
Sold them already, or given them out.
Understandable.
Favors or otherwise.
Here's where you will
It's always been inspiring, I'm sure. Always. But
it would seem that
I've not
Poor Snowy Graph down
my way up.
She has dirt on her.
I do not make my respects then. Excuse me, gentlemen. I have to go and see about this Kushalan.
We all get away.
Very well dressed, has a little bit of a purple flower on it.
Shall I join you, my friend? I believe this individual is a good friend of mine.
Minute, I'd like you to mimic getting a handkerchief while we were talking, wiping your hand. That was shook on.
To your health, to escapism, and to good.
I can good bonds. That is meant.
Not really.
Amir, it has been so long.
Yes, I am a resident of the island that he speaks of. It's where we all came from, our little group.
Yes, what have you brought?
If I did manage to purchase some from you, whichever.
You already know I am a gatherer of herbs, Mr. Felix. So, I brought that. was able to wipe off.
I wish you fair exchange.
I'd say it was very
Definitely
fair.
appears to be quite the group. Judging by the eccentric display of individuals here, is that a man with no head over there? Is he with you all?
Yes, that would be Mr. Hector.
Yes.
Well, I
Don't
guess
worry,
it brings
he's got
all
a-
sorts, don't it?
He's got a good head on his shoulders.
We just call it family business.
Tell you what, I heard this from the proprietor himself.
How is the evening finding you?
selling it with the option
It's
going to be a
his desires.
He's got some of the finest beetles you'll ever see.
As much as I would love to converse.
They hold cutting edge, top of the line.
Specifically more culinary types of
Say, nephew, how have you fared?
Maybe in trip competition for me, though, there's some fighter that came in. That I'm definitely gonna be going for that.
Aether, what's it called?
If you want to
give information. I heard this potion.
Exciting time than the last one.
I'll let you in on something. I dare say it might be the best one for you.
Bottled luck.
So you've found a city with the demon hunters?
Oh, it's not deep. It's normal game. You know, ever heard of?
Toto's heard.
Was not totally interested.
Well, that is, again, the antiquated methods. That's the thing. It's using the old ways to try to buy something new.
Someone did mention that there was a slave girl.
Yes, I must say it sounds
rather a hunting partner or something like that.
True, don't it?
I do.
I'll have to think on that one.
I don't know much for the magic healing.
Sort that one out of me.
I am late modern. Not where you are.
It's too good to be true, and everyone's talking about it. It might do everyone a bit of interest if the price would be rather high, leaving maybe us two with a bit more leeway with the other items.
Well, that is quite the proposal.
My uncle had this recipe.
So you're suggesting that you're suggesting raising the price of it up a bit, driving these other folks out, making it harder for them to compete?
Maybe showing some interest around for a bit here of such an
I
item.
entirely understand. So you said this was your second time here?
Might be
I
wanting
like
to
the
use
way
the
you think,
potion to
friend.
have luck with the other items.
Yes.
You know, it would be my pleasure.
Although I must say, I do not believe you are given access to your item until after the auction concludes and the payment is exchanged.
Especially considering how
That makes a good
rare
amount of
they
sense.
are.
Yes.
Yes, wouldn't do for someone to win the bid on a potion of luck, immediately down it, and then reveal they don't have the money, and then make a lucky escape.
Yes.
Have you conferred with Mr. Inigo?
If somebody does
Very well.
I might try to seek arrangement with them.
Actually, Mr. Zafran as well. It is the two over there.
She has purple hair, and she's a slave girl. From what I understand, that's all I know. All I know from this party. Thank you. Inigo. Where is my... Ah, there you go. Have a wonderful party, Inigo.
What brings you here?
So it's wonderful to see you.
What brings you here from? Well, I was looking into getting some of that monotempered glass. You see,
females grow.
Yes.
Get it? Or
Kind blood of a black dragon.
I would say they look more like scorpions, but they have very normal meat.
You have come from.
Well, it should be. I'm running it, of course.
Oh, I thought they were extinct.
And the company perhaps a
Spotted recently on this small island in the ethereal realm.
Incredible.
Oh, here's the young man just said it. Aether. They have a luck dragon there.
NPCs start
Felix, I believe they're
drinks, refills, and about 10 minutes time we're going to start the auction.
Yes.
Apologies for getting a little bit loud here. Raise the last little bit.
why pass up on an opportunity?
Is there anything specific that's catching your eye?
Personally, I am quite interested in this, the mana-infused glass. Such things are quite rare.
Question, can I ask the players if they will be exchanging more goods before the
Such an
auction
object
starts?
has longevity, especially if used in a creative manner. One could even seek to raise the market value of such an item. In my opinion, it is the best item to go for that is being presented.
A gentleman and an object. No. Very nice. I'm personally looking towards the luck potion myself. I'm in need of a little bit of luck. To go a long way.
I personally do not put much valuation on the use of potions, but I understand their value. So you do not need to. I will not be I will not be competing with you for the potion.
Finish one more round of drinks, refills.
What is your it's either the avocados or take the glass from me.
Amir, you lose to yourself.
Any service you're not serving drinks, start tables, anything, the counter, anything.
I'm a first favor. Alright.
Yes, the free
Alright.
Inigo, persuasion roll, rolling.
May you need any refills?
For now.
Cadence, you listen to Inigo's honeyed words. With a 10 plus 2, in this case, you agree. This is favorable to you.
What is it that you trade in?
I hail from the Calderas. Most of my trade deals with unique herbs and spices, and a few trophies of the hunts, the large fauna that we have in these lands. I have some Chacapasso pelts, as it were, in pristine condition, as well as the very rare fangs of a sandworm laid low. They are more valuable than ivory.
That's quite impressive. The size is quite...
They are... Someone's very excited about their work.
All services quite nice around here. There's a lot to be excited for.
I will say something. A little tip for you. I have been doing some digging into some of the items that are being presented. As I said, personally my interest is in the glass. I have heard some less than savory rumors about this slave girl.
I'm a little bit, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, continue. My apologies for interrupting.
I am told that her hair is a unique color, purple. But where I come from, This is not a good omen. It is likely that she is cursed. I would not invest in the time in obtaining such a product.
I personally am not against slavery, so I'm like,
Second persuasion roll. Rolling. Inigo, you sell off your story straight with a 15 plus 2. This sounds likely.
With a curse like that kind of bring more action within its birth, you know. Which kind of pains me to say, unfortunately, but
It would probably be for the best that most individuals stay away from it. It is more trouble than it is worth.
NPCs make sure when they start moving towards the seats that they sit past the center table. Just keep that in mind.
You help me ensure that this fate does not befall anyone here.
I can talk around to a few folks and try and be a little bit persuasive about it.
Much appreciated, my friend.
Have to look into this.
To prosperous futures.
Of course, to prosperous futures.
Well, I will see you on the auction. Good luck to you.
My dear patrons, guests, we're about to start the auction soon.
Proper business proposal. Here's my card. Feel free to contact me via message, Crystal. I would be more than happy to discuss this.
Put that in my pocket right there.
Please find the seat close to
Well,
the stage.
I'll definitely forward it to my father. And
You all hear the call for the
people will talk
auction.
with your people.
My servants will assist you.
It seems it's time for us to take our seats. Well, nephew,
I believe
sit
if you're
with
not
me.
a named
Maybe we'll
person or a named
have
NPC, you have 400 crowns.
Could you go and help our guests find a seat near the front? Some of them seem to be lost.
He whispers very quietly. I have told an individual that
I've been told to make it, but you should have the front.
That looks nice.
That would be an honor. I'm going
Please,
to go with my computer.
join me.
Generously.
You see the table here is reserved, merchant.
Oh. Gentlemen, you might want to move a bit closer.
I do apologize. I forgot the seating arrangement.
My advice, your first day, that one right there is pretty good.
Understood.
As the host, you look around. And a chill look appears behind you. Hector, rolling. There is something unusual about the individual beside
I'll reiterate,
you. Something
please
striking you cannot ignore.
encourage the players to sit as close to the stage as possible to avoid the audiobook.
Is there something you need, apparition?
What the servant told me that because we are new, we would be able to sit in the front.
Perfect.
No, you're not mistaken. Are you one of my guests? I don't remember sending out a letter to
He whispers to Zach. He whispers to Zach. It is probably best.
All right, Amir, I need your advice. Should I go with the mana-tempered glass? Or should I go with the avocados and then try my luck at whoever wins the mana-tempered glass?
Well, I'd say that bidding on the avocados would be more your speed.
Oh, well, you have my word. If I get those avocados, I'll invite you and your lovely son over to my place for some, or your nephew, for some free shabakadoo.
Fight today.
Oh, now, darling, you're not going to be like that to me, are you?
Oh, if you want to split them, I'll split them.
Oh, I'd be happy to. You know what? You let me win them, I'll give you half.
Oh, I don't know about that deal. I've seen the ones you cut people out of before last time I came here, despite not knowing you. She's a go-getter.
I've heard it's apparently brand new.
Well, don't you worry, Nan. If I get those avocados, I'll be sure to share them with whoever I can.
You keep hearing about this luck potion as well.
The little luck potion might be a bit of an interest, considering my line of work, Mr. Inigo.
You two see these seats are reserved. Perhaps something closer to the stage.
There we go. It would not do for us to offend.
Of course.
Well, you never know.
Yes.
Begin the auction soon, please.
I prefer to at least keep those working for me with the money.
Let me know when you're ready for me to go up the steps, or go on the stage.
Paintably, are you on standby?
Yes, where should I go? Other than just on the stage?
No, not at all, not at all.
Follow me, follow me.
Hello, double talk.
You're not muted.
Curtain behind the bar. Curtain behind the bar is how you get to stage, remember that.
Exchange some books for crowns. He's very interested in literature.
Did he happen to mention his party that he likes to throw? Some invitations he gives out?
Whenever you are ready, loud, boisterous, and alive. 3, 2, 1, action.
The seal of the Yuvaraj.
Welcome, one and all, to our latest auction. This time we have many and rare items to showcase. Shiny, pristine, subservient, valuable. Get close, lend an ear, as we now start. Bring out the first item. And here, in her hands, we have the mystical flames. A vibrant purple flame tipped in blue flickering upon a white waxy candle and surrounded by a gilded glass lamp chimney. It does not seem to burn hot enough to melt the wax, and the fire puts off a soft, calming glow. So we will start the bids off now, starting at 30 crowns. 50 crowns. 60 crowns. Do we have 70, 75?
Yes.
75 crowns.
Novelty.
Yeah.
85 crowns.
I can put it in an art piece.
Yeah.
85 crowns so far. For the mystical flames, going once, going twice.
So few.
Sold. Over to the man over there.
Let your uncle show you how it's done.
Bring out the next item. It'll be brought out after the auction.
What of you? No ambition for anything particular?
Next off, bring over the next item, please.
The guests watch as a great golem of stone and immense craftsmanship is walked through chains onto the stage.
Indicative of a cursed.
Won't you look at that? A pristine golem from H&F. Look at this pristine lad. As I say, subservient as well, capable of commands, patrol, and unparalleled craftsmanship. Contraband for the unprecedented soul bindings and rarely seen on the market. These things can practically complete tasks and missions in your stead. These start at a bidding price of 200 crowns.
That would be a good thing to get.
200 crowns for that man. 220 crowns. 220 going once. 240 crowns. Going once. Going twice. 260 crowns. Going once. 260 crowns. Going once.
But if you talk the
Going twice.
I hear the
280 crowns.
themselves dry, can't you?
280 crowns. Going once. Going twice. Sold to the man in the top hat over there for 200. Oh, 280. 280 crowns.
By all means.
280 crowns. 300 crowns. 320 crowns. 320 crowns, 320 crowns, going once. For this amazing 340 crowns over to the man over there. 340 crowns, going once. Going twice. Sold to the showman in the back. 340 crowns.
Fair enough. More use. Jackson a duel.
And all these items will be at the proceedings at the end of this event. 340 crowns to Solin himself.
Manual labor.
Next item, please. Come on now, we don't have much time. Time is crowns. Good. Next, we have the basket of golden avocados. This is said to be some of the first items infected by the leechly alchemist Pharaoh Raxa. In his second wave of darkness, the originator of the alchemical formula to turn bone into gold. Some of his first experiments involved organic matter. And so we have these flawlessly golden and still highly edible avocados assorted in a lovely gift basket from an anonymous donor. We will start this one at 80 crowns. 80 crowns. 100 crowns for that one. 100 crowns. 120 crowns. 140 crowns for the one with the blue hair. 160 crowns. 180 crowns for the man over there.
Hands not going down.
180 crowns. 200 crowns for the golden knight. 200 crowns. 200. Do you have your hand raised, sir?
The product of an alchemical
220 crowns.
There is much to be gleaned.
220, 240 crowns for the man next to you. Are we going off in a challenge here? 240 crowns. 240, 260 crowns for the man. Are you wanting to go
A fierce battle over avocados. Perhaps they're actually valuable.
300 crowns for the lovely lady over there. 300 crowns. 300 crowns going once.
The starting bidding price at
320 crowns.
400, yes.
Going up. 340 crowns for the almond man in the middle over there. 340 crowns. 360 crowns.
I guess that means I got mine at a good deal.
What do you want to do? 400 crowns. 400 crowns for the man with the arm. Any more than 400? 400 crowns. 440 crowns for the lady. Going once. Going twice. So, 380 crowns for the almond man. 400 crowns. 480 crowns for the almond man. Any more than 480? Going once. Going 500 crowns. 520 crowns for the lady in the dress. Any more than 500 crowns. Going once. Going twice. Sold to the lovely lady. This fantastic basket of golden avocados.
I'm so excited to make that fresh avocado.
What are you gonna do?
It'd be nice because some kind of regional
Next item, please. Next item.
It can't be worth almost double the price of a golem, can it?
Chop. This one is a good one. What she has in her hands is a fantastic antique jade goblet. A carved dragon scale motif upon a cup proper, with a silver branch wrapped around the base of the goblet and softly branching up and off the fine work, crafted with lovely silver flowers on the piece. It is suspected that this goblet once belonged to an ancient empress of a bygone dynasty. We are starting this one off at 100 crowns. Starting this one off 100 crowns. 140 crowns to the plinth. 140 crowns. 180 crowns for the one in the back. 180 crowns. 220 crowns for the man in the front. 220 crowns. 220 crowns. 260 crowns for the one in the amber. 260 crowns. Going once. Going twice. Sold to the man in the amber. And that off as we'll have our next one.
Nice and days for like that. But too much.
I have to claim victory.
Very much so.
In this right here is a larger set, an ornate chair and a matching roll-top desk. Pretzel oak mahogany woven onto a rococo style by the druids of the Feywilds. French carved flowers in organic curves to the work. It is said that these pieces are known to contain secret drawers and puzzling mechanisms on the inside to hide small treasures. All with a comfortable chair that is rumored to have stasis enchantments put on the silks that numb low back pain and spinal discomforts. Such a chair and desk known for the best. Starting at 40 crowns. Starting at 40 crowns. Bidding starts. 40 crowns for the lady of the dress. 80 crowns for the man in front. We're going off. How many? 160 to the man in the cloak. 160 crowns. 200 crowns. Bringing it up to 220 crowns in the back.
That's my days.
220 crowns.
Good choice.
240 crowns to the man in the front.
He really would.
260 crowns to the man on the far left.
Mr. Asmodeus is
going once.
Blowing smoke up each other's
going
asses.
twice. 280 crowns to the man in the back. 280 crowns. 280. Going once. Going twice. 300 crowns to the man in the front. 300 crowns. 320 crowns again to the man in the back. Are we doing a front and back with this one?
I was not
going
expecting
once.
such competition for...
Going twice, 320 crowns. Sold to the man in the back. 320 crowns.
That would be...
Fantastic. Bring it back for our next
Not to
item.
mention, the more people bid, It's a bit of a competitive spirit at this point. Trying to one-up another.
Bring the item out.
Chains rattle as you see a woman hobble forward. She is fair, and she has a kind face, although there is defeat in her eyes. She still struggles against these chains.
If you're a guard for Don Carlos, slip away and get ready.
Look at this fine thing, a slave by the name of Metody. They are found in the flatlands with traces of powerful earth magic in her veins. A companion, or force for manual labor. This individual is learned and well-spoken for high society, so for you nobles, they could be your right-hand lady. More than that, she is a fresh template for the rules of the master. As I say, subservient and very well valuable. Starting off at 80 crowns.
Look, they start low. Look how low they started.
80 crowns. 100.
For the life of someone.
120. 140. 150.
300.
300 crowns.
You're making a mistake.
400 crowns. How many are you willing to butter? 500 crowns. Going once.
Sure, you want to go higher?
500 crowns.
I'll give you another 200.
How many are you wanting, Sir Nama?
Oh.
To barter.
500 crowns too.
700.
You have to go above the 500 crowns.
Oh, somebody did 700 back there.
501 crowns.
I don't think he heard you.
520 crowns. 600 crowns. 700 crowns to the lady in the back. 700 crowns. 720 crowns. How many crowns, sir?
800 crowns.
800 crowns. Well, I won't be able to part with that. 800 crowns. Going once. 820 crowns.
Oh, this is intense.
820 crowns.
Is it above your
How many for you?
900 crowns.
900 crowns. 900 crowns. Going once. 900 crowns going twice. Are you raising your hand in the back? Go, slay one.
Quite the investment they must have made when they got here. Oh, you're still, but why?
A very interesting bet it turned out to be, didn't it?
800 crowns. Going once. How many crowns? 900 crowns. 900 crowns.
You did not lead me astray.
950 crowns. 950 crowns.
1,000 crowns.
Room night, stop there if you want to bet
1,000 crowns. You said 1,075.
Sure, let's do it.
1,075 crowns. I hope you all have, well, the right trade for it. 1,075 crowns. 1,075 crowns. Going once, going twice. Sir, how many crowns?
Oh. I'm gonna try and signal to Zephyr
1,075 crowns. 1,075 crowns.
Okay.
Going once. 1,075 crowns.
Darth, pause.
Going twice. 1,000. Yep. Yep.
Maple, go for it.
1,080 crowns.
1,080 crowns. 1,080 crowns. Going once.
Inigo signals to you.
Crowns. Going twice. Sold to the man in the far right. 1,080 crowns for.
He gives you a nod from afar, Zafan.
Slaver called Metody. Bring them off as they will be given after the trade.
Yes, thank you, poor lady.
You're all animals! All of you are animals!
Could you serve me a drink?
What's up, lads?
Greetings, sir.
It is time to secure the W.
As you command.
Naturally.
I can keep an eye out. They're on the potion right now.
Hmm.
I will come back and pop up when we are ready.
Yep. We always get the juice.
Can I tell you something about that model?
real.
This was one of the biggest male bitches. Like there was no fucking dress thing.
Come here, bud. It's okay. Come here. It's okay. It's alright. It's okay.
I slept at 4 a.m. fixing this shit.
What the fuck is happening?
It's okay.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
Okay.
Better now.
Gains. Yes. Without context, people think you're serious.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can they hear us?
No.
Nope.
So let's focus up, and then we'll walk out there. We can kind of walk out there and observe. Guards, with me.
Alright. I'm here.
You there.
Oh, yes.
Exchanging crowns.
Yes, of course.
He hands you a solid jade insignia.
Oh. Okay. Here you go, fine sir. May I get a final name?
You know who I am. Relax.
Oh yes. How would you like to be called? Just courtesies, in case you need to be called anything else.
When it comes down to it. Don Carlos Velasquez. Huh?
Understood.
I believe we should get over there, sir.
Are they currently betting on it?
Yes.
Hold it. The man in the back.
10,000 crowns.
Through the auction house, 10,000 crowns is announced.
10,000 crowns.
Goodness.
By the Don Carlos Velasquez himself. Good to see you along. 15,000 crowns.
Don't forget to gossip, NPCs. Good job.
Going once. Going twice.
horse of all time.
Sold to the great Don Carlos Vasquez.
Incoming man.
Come along.
I see. I would assume as much.
Bring off the bell.
Get yourselves a drink.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. Pick what you like.
Wait until Darth has left the stage before you start getting up, guys.
Glass of water. 1 o'clock.
I guess it would be the same for you gentlemen.
Yes.
Certainly.
Good job, guys. There you go.
Here you go, gentlemen. The waters. Our freshest spring water. And for you, gentlemen, may I get you anything?
For me, a bottle of your finest red.
Yes, certainly, sir.
Excuse me.
Here you go, sir.
Ah.
A glass.
Gracias,
red
amigo.
in a glass. It's on the house.
Naturally. I think I'll be a bit more adventurous tonight. Let me see. I will sit over here.
Well, it looks to be my break time now.
Hmm.
I'll be heading off then.
Fantastic bidding done, and your esteemed item will be ready for you.
Muchas gracias, senor. Guard, give him the crown. I'm surprised you even had the barrel, to be honest.
It is rare as can be. First of its kind to this auction.
Worth every
Fantastic
single
as always.
piece. To you as well, you're getting better.
Thank you so much. Alright, now this recipe is very important.
I'm honored.
After all, none of us would be here without you. Huh?
And a little bit of
None of you all would be without the great host, after all.
Ah, of course, Sodin. Of course. How is he?
Doing well as always. He got a good amount of the bids before you came by.
As the usual.
As the usual, I cannot wait to see more as more new guests roll along this auction house. I've heard a rumor of some silks, some unicorn saliva being given to the auction house. Maybe given later on
NPCs
the next
direct attention
time we
to the
are
newcomer
here.
in the auction house.
Well-mannered ones, I hope.
Thank you so much.
We only get the best.
Of course, of course.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Mr. Zafran is quite a trader.
Were you satisfied?
Can I have a drink, fine sir? My throat
sure,
seems
sure.
to be a little dry.
What can I serve you, man?
I'd say a water by deserve a wine.
Sorry?
I'd say a water by deserve a wine, don't you think?
Oh,
Raise
yeah.
someone else's bid up a little bit, or you can even help a friend every once in a while. You know, toss an extra 200 at them so they can go higher.
Well, it's not
an interesting event.
Don Carlos Velasquez.
Raj, you son of a bitch.
It's good to see you. You have a way with making an entrance. 10,000 crowns as if it meant nothing.
With these things, you have to present an image. Otherwise, what is the point?
I dare say you silenced everyone in the crowd. Even our newcomers, if you have taken notice to them.
I strangely have. Odd sort.
They have made tonight quite interesting. The chase for all.
Join me, get the drink.
Of course, of course.
Tell me, how far did it go before I barged in?
Probably top shelf wine now. Say again, Carlos. Pardon.
How far did the number actually go before I barged in?
I remember roughly 1,400 crowns. It was still rising as soon as you were walking up.
You know,
they were
want me going to ask for the crowns?
My hearing is not as it used to be. I didn't even hear the number. I thought it would have reached at least 6,000 by now.
Recently, I've felt it's better to give more of the chase for everyone. Some of the items were interesting. A lot of interest on a certain girl up there. A slave girl with some
girl
magic. Yes.
Was she the prettiest thing you've seen? Would you wed her?
Yes. If you're asking for how many crowns,
yes, but I desire something a little more than just that. Especially someone enough to get themselves into slavery.
That's an 80, thank you.
Fitting.
A slave girl. Can she perform?
You know, I might have to ask in that regard.
It's usually the young ones that chase after the women. Yes, right.
It's not often I get to see you here, if anything, other than just making a grand appearance. What else brings you here?
I'm just so damn busy.
Do you just take crowns?
They keep you up in these towers, meetings, visits. It's exhausting. This is where the fun is, but you'll have to forgive me, I was running late.
No problem, sir. Take your time.
I could not share a pregame with you, as it were. I almost came too late.
Your arrival has made my night, Carlos.
Well, I am more than honored. So tell me, how are you, truthfully?
I'm troubled, as you understand.
Troubled?
Trying to find a halfway decent woman to produce a hair.
Pigs in a blanket, how quaint.
I know.
Were there any other PCs that bought anything?
I dare not bother with him. I usually just ignore, but yes, I've been still searching for what I might call a reasonable hair, but
my pal, my friend, you are too much of a perfectionist. Don't you agree? You've had women throw themselves onto you, launched even. And you say, no, I will not. Every time.
There's something about it, Carlos. I don't know.
Are you missing a bit of adventure? Are you missing an exotic girl? What is it?
Maybe it is the exotic that I crave, in a way. Something that I just have not seen. I've been everywhere.
You've been through some crazy shit. You need to relax. You need to slow down. Huh? You're a brazier, a burning flame, but you will burn yourself out.
Thank you, Carlos. I always do find myself thinking more reasonably when I'm with you, when you're around. Sharing a drink.
I'm the one who keeps your hot head in check, especially with the ladies. Cheers, friend.
You
to good
know
health.
me too well. Too good. what of you? It's like enough of me as well. How fares back home in Santo Escarda?
Oh, God. The way the other dons speak to me, it's as if the world is ending, they think. Oh, the tower. Stampedes the people. It is getting tiring. That's true. They are becoming like these pigs in a blanket. Let me see these. Oh, they're so tiny. They feel trapped, overwhelmed, like their skin is being put to the flame. It is getting worse.
Carlos,
Unfortunate.
your worry, I can see it on your face. The tower, it is still troubling you.
Yes. Unfortunate. It is getting worse because the people assume the worst, and stories only mount, they only grow.
Just need something to quiet them down. They speak of something they know nothing, and they just proceed to go off this notion. The masses are truly...
Well, here's the problem.
Impossible to grasp.
In terms of trade, stone and gems have gone up almost by twice the price. Which means the dealers have a premium set upon it, which is also twice as much. Sooner or later, people cannot afford gems, for God's sakes. In the crown jewel city. Now what does that tell the rest of the world? Gold has gone up as well, silver, all the precious metals.
Carlos, I understand. It's like times are rough. Especially I would know exactly how you feel in terms of how everything has been. Silks have been on my bad side, with us certain wines being almost unattainable, even in my own, into my own villa. It's chaos.
I remember your villa. It was expansive. Has it only grown since I visited last?
I've added a few dozen rooms, perhaps. Come by.
A few dozen. And have you sufficiently filled them? Are they 12 empty rooms?
Some of them I use to house a few of my coffers, just for now. The rest,
of course,
lounging for some of
You should trust the banks of Santo Escaran. They will hold your hoard plenty well.
I trust you, just some of the other dons basically have their fingers.
You will have to trust us at some point. Although some are a bit shady. I understand.
With you, I have my utmost trust. The others, I don't know. Sometimes the way I've seen them recently, even as you described, they think this is the end of the world. Everything's coming to a collapse. They have to get their hands on everything. Even my money is now basically being met with eyes.
I saw a man being chased by a pig, who was actually carrying his clothes over its back and in its mouth. The man was naked, running through the streets of Santo Escaran. It is pure madness, yes. Especially in the lower quarters. But this is what happens.
If this were in the high quarters, I dare say I hope that man was thrown from the ramparts.
Imagine this is Santo Escaran, yes? Let us say this little area here. At the top, this is where I reside with the rest of the dons. Now over here, your merchant's quarter. Merchants. My God, have you heard that some of them have jacked the prices up so much there have been shankings in the middle of the street over price? Unheard of.
Loud voices can be heard from the center of the auction house.
Sorry to interrupt, gentlemen.
Voice from it looks like the housemaster himself, yelling. Not him yelling, but something close to him. You can't tell exactly what it is, but there is distress, it looks like, from the other onlookers.
Madness even follow us even here in the auction hall.
That is madness. All right. One of you.
A ladder.
See
it
what's
seems,
going
Carlos.
Choose amongst yourselves.
Maybe ask the one Zori and the one the blue hair if they're interested as well.
Anyway.
Sorry to interrupt, but a gentleman patron has offered you a drink to both of you. May I inquire you what you would like as a refill?
A gentleman has offered us a drink. Which
Really?
The old one with the suit and the glasses.
I see. We'll raise our glass. All right. How about you? How are you faring? I know you want to take a while for all these, but you have to find someone. I can see that your fire is your passion. It's getting out of control.
Is it that recognizable, Carlos? Perhaps maybe I'm losing a little bit of my flair. I try to keep the flame steady, attractable, not too much, because then it looks bad on me.
Or perhaps I find Stallion to match your energy.
Carlos.
What? I know you had some run-ins.
Maybe a long holiday somewhere.
Yes,
Maybe
yes.
Really open my eyes.
Take some time for yourself, man, for God's sakes.
I can't leave you to all the madness.
You are an Ahmad. You should enjoy yourself.
Can I have a third?
All right, Carlos.
Absolutely.
Go, sir. Thank you.
What was it?
I will do just that.
Apparently, some sort of spirit was giving some trouble to Master Saul, and he has been taken care of.
I see. Very well.
Spirit. They might speak of the individual I had a...
I have some top bottle wine right here, and I want to give you thanks for our earlier transaction, Raj. And also for someone of yourself, I'm sure you'd appreciate top of the shelf wine.
I may. Raj, what do we say to the man? There you go. Thank you.
I met him.
Oh, is he one of yours?
I'll bring the
I met
bottle
him.
right here.
He spoke to me about a certain first edition book. Something I don't have. Something we don't have. We have scrolls, parchment, but not any true books. And you say, I wouldn't want to pass up on the opportunity to
Question,
add to the
Raj.
collection.
Let Raj make the call.
Really? Even you? You have most things, and this you do not have. Are you sure?
They come from... Where was it? You said Aether?
Aether, but not all of them are from Aether per se. I know one.
You
for
feel a
sure is.
tapping behind you. Your guards are antsy.
Oh, excuse me. I don't mean to get too close. I understand. My apologies, sir.
Do not worry about it. Let him converse. He is of no trouble.
Don Carlos, you trust your friend. Who is this new individual?
I appreciate your diligence, guys.
It's not terribly
Felix.
common that Raj makes friends.
I will let you have the chance to meet one of the greatest men I ever know. This is Don Carlos.
It is an honor.
Pleasure.
Velasquez.
And my humble name is Felix Lanier.
Felix. I must ask of you, Mr. Lanier, how have you charmed my good friend?
He seems to have great taste and was willing to listen to the notes of the books, first editions. He has a great taste of culture.
Carlos, you have to listen to some of them if you get the chance. Some of them are truly intriguing.
People talk
Much
my
different
ear
from
off
usual
all
politicians
day.
and
It
merchants.
is
Carlos, if you've ever to listen to anything, this might actually interest you for
Well.
once, not bore your head off for a day.
This one seems mannered enough. So,
I appreciate the compliments, sir.
tell me about your new friend. This is exciting. Let's get to meet him.
So, he tells me he comes from a floating island called Aether. Is where him and some of his compatriots come from. Most irregular to come this
Aether.
far out for an occasion. Yes, I had not really heard of the place. More, maybe I've heard in rumor.
What is Aether known for, Felix?
We seem to be at Crossways, which brings many different people and things through our lovely town.
Crossways.
Lovely. Yes. Many commerce comes through here, through Aether, I mean. And,
Raj, you remember the last time we went to a crossroads? Half your men were slain right before you.
I do remember.
Oh, I assure you.
Not one of our more
The Night of Red Doves. Oh, remarkable.
Sounds riveting. But I assure you, at Aether, there is a magic brought by, not only to keep the island afloat, but to magically intervene to make sure no harm comes to any individual. without their
Magically what? What does he speak of? What is this?
Explain. Yeah, explain. Magic to prevent harm.
Yes.
How is this possible?
We have crystals in the town that store mana. With this mana and with the magistrate's magics, I don't know too much about it. But I've seen it in practice.
Is this, I'm assuming, the owner,
Yes.
the proprietor of the island?
Yes, we have a magistrate and a mayor.
Magistrate? A mage.
Crystals.
It's always a mage.
These are interesting. How much are they?
Oh, I am not in a place to sell, and I believe they are very vital to the island, but I believe they...
We could use something like that. Maybe, perhaps, for a nice playground, so the children don't fight one another. That would be
Nice
good.
Shooting piece.
We have this place, Felix. Oh, yes.
I believe this is one of the new individuals. Perhaps you know who this is.
Inigo, yes.
Is this another one of your friends, Raj?
More an acquaintance, this one. He has great ambition.
Send him over.
I've shown you...
Sure.
It's like I've shown you one.
You may approach the dawn.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Refill.
Felix, you did not tell me that you were already acquainted with...
What may I offer you, sir?
Don
Top shelf, whatever you can find. Yes.
I've just made their acquaintance thanks to my friend Raj here.
Master of the archives of Santo Escara.
I trust in them.
Sure. What was your name? Sorry, I had something in my ear.
Inigo Esmarena.
Inigo.
You are well acquainted with mi madre, I presume.
The Emerald of the Sands, of course. She's your rival in politics.
Chica Emeralda. Her offspring. Ah.
I see it now. Oh.
That's what I saw in your eye. Interesting.
That would explain the burning ambition I saw of him earlier when he was in the auction. You are
What
very
can I
fitting
say?
to your title.
What can I say? The fruit does not fall far from the cactus.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Here, our best cognac.
Oh yes, please have a chance encounter with these pigs in a blanket. This place thinks of something new every day. Every day I come here.
Always trying to surprise us.
So tell me, Inigo, Felix, what is Aether known for? He has told me about these crystals of non-hostility. Perhaps we can acquire it, as I was saying to my friend here, to put it in a large sandbox for the children to play nicely in the upper district.
It will certainly give them something to do while all of their parents talk and talk for hours as they do.
Of course, of course. Right, so what is Aether known for? What's something exciting?
It is...
We have many guilds that are getting their own renown throughout the area. We have the Artisans Guild.
Guilds.
We have the College.
Guilds?
Not the College.
You hear this?
Mages Guild.
What are the tax rates on these guilds?
The guilds, as far as I understand, are taxed quite heavily. The particulars I am as yet unfamiliar with, but one of the most interesting things.
Don Carlos, did Felix say
The most
mages?
interesting thing about Aether.
Wait.
is its location.
Hold your tongue. You. What was that last thing you just said? Did you say mages?
Yes, we have a guild of mages.
You... Raj, do you hear this? A guild of Surely you're joking. You've just met us. You are pulling our chain tight.
As I say, completely different from
DM note.
that college.
Santo Escaran is not unlike other places in the Calderas. Mages are rare, and it is not uncommon for water mages to get taken as slaves.
So you've sufficiently chained them? Huh?
No. Aether is a place of coming and going.
They will run from you.
I thought the same thing when I first heard it. It was the strangest thing. But rest assured, as I understand it, this guild is simply termed as such to make them feel more at ease, less likely to revolt. It is a way to keep them contained and controlled.
Facade.
It establishes rules and regulations.
That's more your thing. All right.
Quite well.
Well, tell me about these mages. So, what do they do?
They do a plethora of things.
Please say it's more than parlor tricks. God, not another street performance.
More proclaimed mages.
Actually, as far as I understand, currently they are primarily tasked with maintaining the infrastructure of the settlement. Has my friend Felix told you of the location of Aether?
Very precious memory.
Only a little.
No, my dear husband's at home with all the kids.
It exists,
I asked my daughter if she would babysit,
of all
but
places,
she was busy. She's
within the
got
astral
studies,
plane.
so...
I'm certain the archives have spoken.
Does she have a favorite job?
As such, the island settlement itself acts as a sort of hub, welcoming individuals from all sorts of places. It is a wonderful place to establish trading opportunities.
I recall you spoke of a nexus. Is that, I'm assuming that is where all of you have come from to this island?
Unfortunately, the astral plane is, as I understand it, a somewhat volatile place, and the island is struggling to maintain its form. Given the opportunities that it presents, the mages are being kept busy with the management of the island's infrastructure.
Carlos, here, give me
a... Of course, here you are. Do you have anything that these mages have created themselves? Thank you.
She entertains her little brothers. I mean, there's a big age gap between
Keep the
me
okay,
and my
yes.
daughter when I was not entirely ready to be a
Say
parent.
again, excuse me.
More recently.
Do you have proof of these mages? Do you have any items of theirs? any kind of trinkets, anything.
Staffs, amulets.
I do have something actually.
Oh.
And even maybe a magic signature, but I guess that's more of a parlor trick.
This is a sending stone.
A sending stone.
Rolling.
Where did your nephew run off to?
Oh, he had
A sending stone. That just looks like a rock with a bit of a squiggle on it. But Felix knew this going in. He tilts his hand a little to the left and right to let the light of the lanterns catch the glow. And there you see that shine, that incandescent shine. Unnatural. Magic in nature. He speaks the truth.
Bring that here.
You hear sometimes some unsavory things about some men's hearts, but I assure you.
Do you see this, Raj?
Ours are very different.
I do, Carlos.
Remarkable.
And I know if she were to,
How does this work?
whatnot, she'd be given the utmost respect.
I believe it does need a bit of guiding with mana. I've had a friend of mine put some mana into it, but it had some struggles. But it does work. It's just you need someone else to contact with the sending stone.
He is asking Felix, what does it do?
There could be multiple.
What does this
I
do?
believe it's very
This stone, what does it do?
You could speak into it and speak with someone else very far away.
Hola, hola, mi madre.
Technology could change everything.
Hmm?
I don't think it's connected with one at the moment, but I could try to find another to pair it with so you could give it to a friend of yours or another one of nobility so you could keep in contact without the use of letters.
Raj, have you ever heard of these? This is remarkable.
Do you require myself or Felix?
You'll have to forgive me, Felix. We send servants to send our messages. You understand.
Myself or Felix?
Yes, but it does have mana.
This sounds too good to be true. Surely it's short range. Surely this only works from across the room.
This is Don Carlos Marquez.
There's no way.
The council in Santo Escaro.
How far does this travel?
You make a good question, Carlos.
Truth be told.
I have not used it myself, but I have heard that it's even worked outside of the astral plane. I'm not sure how far the planes are from each other, but I assume quite far. With uses of Nexus.
Raj, think fast.
Being sold as a slave.
I'm already given.
Appreciate it, amigo.
You'll have to excuse my good friend Raj. He's on edge. He needs a lover. He needs someone to bed.
Carlos, now's not the time.
You are still on edge. Look at you.
Don Carlos reminisced about the last water mage in Santo Escaran, your friend Zedro.
Do you know the last time we had a water mage in Santo Escaran? You remember this? I believe it was a Zanto. Huh? Do you remember these? It was so many years ago. We had this...
Zedro Escaran.
Zedro Escaran. Perhaps you are familiar with the name, no? Zedro was the finest water mage that the city had ever seen.
Unparalleled.
Unparalleled.
Five, you don't recognize this name.
The wonders he could spin. Ah, incredible. So you must forgive me for my trepidation to hear that you have a whole guild of mages, when one could supply the entire mega city of Santo Escaran with water. And now we have started to run dry. A whole guild.
I've heard there was an issue at Santo
Rest assured, Don.
Ah?
I am already looking into this. My presence in Aether was not a mere happenstance.
Elaborate.
Rest assured. When I heard tell of a place hidden away from the world that housed individuals from all walks of life and every possibility under the shining sun and stars, I knew this would be an opportunity to resolve some of the circumstances that have befallen our home.
I see.
And so I took it upon myself to embark on pilgrimage.
I didn't know any better. I thought he was one of yours.
No, not one of mine. I almost wish he was.
He
now.
puts his soldiers to the flame, the crucible. You'll have to forgive me. So,
I can always
if
get
you
more.
wish to discuss with this
I
major,
don't wish to hold this anymore.
No,
yes.
no problem, Rosh.
Felix, that's quite all right. As I said, I am already acquainted with the Mage's Guild in Aether.
Move to the ask if you can.
I am currently in the process of establishing a contract of sorts, where we might be
One
able
more
to
time.
levy some of their capabilities for the betterment of Santo Escara.
The ask if they are interested in the monotempered glass, or if there's something they can simply do for you with no payment.
These mages. You have an in with these mages? In the faraway lands that we don't understand, Raj. What is it that you want the most this evening?
For myself, I saw this as an opportunity to expand my connections. Call me the product of my mother's passion.
A man of the people. And I'm
There
curious.
is one thing mi madre does poorly, despite her success. It is that she limits herself to the connections of the highest bidders alone. When there is so much more that can be accessed with an astute and entrepreneurial mind, such as my own.
See, Carlos, he has a way with words, and I admire his ambition. Vastly seeking more than his mother. Truly admirable.
The Madre has caused me many a thorn in my side. Green-colored, of course. But these interests me. The rest of the auction? No. These is something. These mages. How much?
At this time, I do not believe Aether is willing to part with their mages directly. As I said, I am in the midst of discussions.
But as a diplomatic relation, I am sure the exquisite product that you have purchased today with your extravagant offer
I
might
see.
be of use to the people of Aether. So a deal potentially could be made. But Aether is a bit more of a liberty.
All right. You do. I understand. You do not own these mages. Go ahead.
Felix's words are sly. So it seems they take a different approach with mages, as do other countries. Everybody has their own interpretation of freedom and danger. However, much of this product you recently procured would definitely be in question. But with a 15 plus 2, for a total of 17, you would be willing to hear out what he has to say.
What do you think, Carlos?
With these liberties,
What do I think?
you know, I can't give promises, especially since I'm not one of the guild or the magistrate myself.
I will trust my good friend Raj here. Give me the peach. What is it you want of me, Don Carlos?
I believe a portion of your keg of the tempered glass that you just had could be arranged with maybe help with one of the mages, maybe a water mage if we have one. You could give a bit of use, just
a portion
on a more temporary scale.
How much do you intend to take from Don
It is said that some water mages are capable of manipulating the mana within such glass, given the composition of such substances.
Truthfully.
I have not seen it myself, but it has been.
This sounds promising. This sounds promising. All right. I am willing to take a risk on this. How much of the glass do you need for your own experiments? A vial? A hogshead? What are you asking?
A third.
A third? With 5,000 crowns. Ooh. Let me think on this. How many mages?
I'm not sure the number of mages. I know our mages have a decent amount of number. We have a good amount of them. I don't know how many.
You will have to give something if you intend to take a third.
You must inspect these mages for yourself if they are to help solve this problem in Santo Escalan. You will not settle for less.
I will inspect these mages myself. If it is for a third, I need to see that. What?
Are you certain? To leave and expect them yourself. I know this is.
Raj, I know what I am doing.
To leave.
I will send someone in my stead. They will be the final arbiters.
Looks at Felix and gives him a very frustrated look, very subtle. Only from
If I may send someone along with your convoy, one of my betterments that he sees a little better than the rest.
How about these? Raj and I will find one of our greatest appraisers, and we will send them to this Aether. They will measure your mages, and if they find them worthy, we will send along the tempered glass.
I am happy to negotiate the amount with your appraisers.
Oh, trust me, they know what they're doing. Good lads. And lasses, actually. Yes. Very well.
Well done, you both.
So, are we agreed? A third of the barrel for a group of your mages to help us in our endeavors. You will swear this?
Again, it is of their liberty at the most, but I believe they will agree. If
I
not,
think
it'll be on me.
2 charming lads can convince them. Ah?
I agree, Carlos.
It shall be a simple matter, my Don.
All right. We will do this at the same time, Raj. All right? Ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3, go! You have agreed with a Don.
Doing business, Raj.
It is binding.
Don't thank me yet. You have yet to win us over entirely. You still have one more goal to go.
Convince these mages,
Of course.
and we will send. Ah?
Thank you for your time, Don. And
Servants,
the rest of the line,
make
of course,
sure
is yours.
to get a free top-of-the-shelf bottle and some pigs in a blanket for your troubles.
Do you think you
No,
can
no, I'm serious. Felix, you're the closest. Just grab it.
Interesting.
Just grab it. Just take it.
Take it.
You can take the tray of pigs. Just take it. Yes.
The tray of pigs.
Do not waste those. They have made those.
Otherwise, they would go to waste. I am not one to waste things.
Exactly.
Please, take them.
I'm sorry for my lack of grace holding these bottles, but I do not wish to drop them.
You see, the silver plate is worth much more than the pigs in the blanket. Have fun, gentlemen.
You don't need to be a. You don't
Be well, both of you.
I am ostentatious. Go on.
Did you see his face? I dare say I've never
You
seen someone
have
so
strange
ecstatic
friends.
to get a...
Look at these.
I have to make strange friends if I intend to keep expanding.
You expand like Geyser. You are going to run out of room. Perhaps you are more of an Alexander than I thought. Be careful. Stretch yourself too thin, and you break in the middle. Huh?
Well, that's why I have you to watch over me, isn't it?
Well, are any of these to your liking to take back with you to your bed? Anyone, please, point them out. Even a servant.
I know you're tempting me, Carlos, but...
That one looks thicker than a bowl of enchiladas. Are you sure?
I am sure, Carlos.
All right.
Thank you, though.
Guards, enjoy yourself. We have just made a deal. Grab a drink. Of course, enjoy yourself. Go.
Rapido, come on. So uptight.
Well then, it is fairly...
For so long?
Oh, of course. It is fairly late. Do you have any more business with any of your friends?
I may wish to speak to that one Spectre, anything else like that. He was quite compelling early on before the start of the auction. He spoke quite ill, actually, of the potion that
Do
they
you
had
know?
up there.
Galaxy has been
He
given
claimed to be fake.
Grafdolnir
Which
a
is
good amount
madness
of
to
stuff
say.
in
I thought the
information.
same thing,
They've done
but-
nothing but high rolls to get the luck
No,
potion.
as I've come here, as frequent as I
from the
come here,
lady.
I do begin to question some of the products they
Understood.
bring
Thank you.
in. But I don't know. They question the long-standingness of our auction house that's been here for years, year upon years, and well, he's a Spectre with much lifetime, it seems.
Of course.
Does not necessarily make him wise.
Yes, sir. Sirs?
All right.
I guess a glass of wine.
Go. I'll grab a few more, then I must away.
Another water
For all three of you?
Carlos,
Right.
it's always good to see you.
Of course, my friend.
Please, try and stay out of trouble.
I cannot promise you this. Never. Never! You know
Well, if you
risk
don't
has the
intend to
greatest
get in trouble,
reward.
at
That's
least
why I have these men.
harder than they will butt theirs. True.
Now I know you can best every single one of them. I understand this.
Hi, Carlos.
It seems some are leaving. I will take my leave. You do your thing. Find someone to introduce to me next time.
Carlos.
You better have someone.
All right. I will keep my word.
Otherwise, I will throw a whole harem at you. It is like throwing grapes at the wall and seeing if one sticks.
Not like last time for my last birthday. You did that.
They
and
almost
didn't even bother to
devoured
tell
you
me.
alive.
You sent them in, and I saw you from the behind laughing. Or
Of course.
you enjoyed that too much. You
Of
were
course.
watching me. You like
Guards, we must away.
It's no good anymore.
Yes, done, Carlos.
Of course. Let us away now.
Yes.
A pleasure, Inigo. A pleasure. Alright, when we get back to Santo Escaran, don't look so gloom next time. Come on now. Swear. Every time.
Same for you and your friends. Holds up to top shelf wine.
Good dealing with you, Felix. You will go far in this life. You will go far.
Thank you.
Of course, of course.
Wait, I got one of those. I got a Gandalf pipe Oh, this
John,
weed is
wanna
really
smoke?
good.
Give me one of the
Yeah, you want
good
some weed?
shit.
Yeah, we'll give you some weed.
Give me twice. Give me. I'm going to hotbox this shit.
Put the box over your head. There you go. Get that box over your head and then hotbox it in there.
There we go. That is the good shit.
That's the good shit. That is the good shit. That's the good
Did you find everything you were looking for
break
in
room.
life and more?
Of course not.
My daughter might be having a husband, so that's better than mana-tempered glass. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So excited.
Maybe the real mana-tempered.
Yes, she's going to get married. And it's very hard, raising a daughter with unique capabilities.
Of course, of course. I would not know what that's like. Don't you have servants to take care of your children?
Listen up.
Well, any good mother looks after her own brood.
There's still stuff going on. If you want to help out, just be an NPC, cleaning up the tables and stuff. Keep the scene alive for them. Please do so. Go invisible or become a servant and walk in. Otherwise, continue conversations, but be sure to keep them in a low voice. Please and thank you.
Understood.
Where's the servant, Mom?
Yeah, where's the servant?
They got it. Well, they got the.
Does anyone have? You know what? I'll be a dude. Guess I'll be a dude.
No, it's this one. It's this one.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, you don't have cloning on.
Turn your fucking clothes on.
Now?
Nope.
Just hanging here if somebody wants to come and talk here.
I have no idea.
Do you have that?
Oh, now I can. Now I can. Go.
I'll just be mommy.
It can now.
I'll just be mommy chilling with my future uncle-in-law.
And if you want to go invisible, I have the invisible avatar you can clone.
Oh, I have like 6 invisible avatars.
Yeah, hopefully they get an air fryer or go naked for his personal agenda. I must be fast. That is why we must ensure that when this
Don is expecting big things out of you two. I took a big risk introducing both of you. We like both, I appreciate it. So you have done well, but failed. Carlos understood. A great man, but he did not become to power.
It is a bit of a shame.
So, be mindful, you two. But have a good night.
Senor Ahmad, was everything to your liking?
It was.
It is.
Oh, is there anything we can do for you?
It is quite a shame. I'm sure Mr. Archimedes would have liked the tempered glass.
And we'll be departing for the night.
Oh, of course. Shall we fetch your carriage?
I hope they treat you well.
I'm sure as
I think anybody would have enjoyed that. Thank you.
It will be done.
Mr. Asmodeus would have wanted the jade goblet or the...
Also, okay, reading this one. Oh yeah, did you have that world? What are they called? Fire Emblem characters?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
man,
I just
can
looked
I
for
grab you for a
Fire Emblem.
second?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yonder. So, if anything, due to kind of the fluctuation events, I was unable to kind of continue on one part. So, Maple's character has, at least in auction, purchased the slave. If I'll want to basically also probably I'll grab Scylla maybe for this video or something, but I wanted to double check. I know my character has a very certain way about twisting arms, about kind of trying to get what he wants, stuff like that. Because prior, he had kind of made, if anything, sort of, not like an official Hector dealing, like that, but a notion to where that Graf would have basically gotten the girl, like that. And then, of course, he got a little too caught in the headway of,
do you want to
admiring
do
the chase.
scene where
So,
Inigo gets the slave?
So what are you asking?
So I think that since he,
Never mind, actually. I don't think Volk is here.
do I,
Yeah, Folk
if I
left right
lost
after.
kind of on my chance to, I guess, kind of twist that around where he would get it, or
Oh, do you want them to get it?
progression of I had intended for Graf to get it. Yeah, if I have the ability to do that and like that, and kind of just supersede, if anything, what the auction had kind of basically, determined that it was his character that got it, but instead, do I have that influence or anything like that, or if anything, I've kind of missed my opportunity for that?
1 sec.
Yeah, go for it.
Zillow, come back to spawn real quick. Okay. Who do you want to get it?
Trent's character, which is if I think let me pronounce it correctly, but yeah, Graf Delnir, I
Okay.
believe is
Present.
Explain to Zillow.
Alright, so if anything, during the auction it was like that. As I was speaking to Frenchie, it was like that, as Hector, and it was like that, he was trying to just make sure that a certain person, Graft in this case, basically would get the slave girl, as he was enticing me about it. He's like, can I trust in your discretion about this, about that happening. He got a little too caught up in terms of admiring the hunt, basically loving to see people bet higher and higher for things like that. I had intended to have it to where, if anything, afterwards, since I think at least in the writing you said that if anything, my character's a good bit about kind of twisting the arm, despite basically what is said on the auction. Unfortunately, I was able to kind of basically try and grab you and kind of progress that further because, if anything, the Dawn stuff was basically vastly more important, as that was, what they're mainly here for. Do I still have that influence or that possibility to kind of shift, instead of Inigo coming out with the slave girl, but instead Graf Delnir coming out with it?
I've got one better for you.
Okay.
You won fair and square.
You talk to some of your most trusted man, in fact, right over here. He watches for the Crystal Valet. And they follow them to Aether, where they see her deposited with a very wanted man. To be continued.
Spicy.
Let me say, I wasn't here listening to your whole conversation the whole time because I was at the bar. Great job, you two.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
I hope I did good as Dawn. Ah.
You did great. If anything,
I prison the bank with that knowledge you went through.
I love the Don kind of basically having that kind of like bigger brotherish kind of thing. He's like always like, come on now. That was good stuff, man. I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Dude. Fuck you.
Dude.
Bros before giant hoes, dude.
Bro.
DM pause.
Thank you all so much for attending tonight. Tonight was the first run of the Amola Silogi's auction house of the Let Fall collection. I hope you truly had fun. I have heard notes from astute ears about how it may be better run in the future. This will not be the last we have seen of this auction house. The connections you made here, players, are very much real, and you can very much call on them at a later point in time to assist you in missions and bring goods to Aether. I encourage you to act on these. For those of you playing NPCs, you did an amazing job. Holy shit. I listened in on a lot of you. Seriously, big round of applause.
Let's go!
Holy hell. Primo actors, all of you.
Who was the bus boy who let us in? Who was the bus boy at the start?
That was Percival.
Flying
That was Percival.
Flying Angel.
They were an absolute angel.
Yeah.
Flying Angel, yeah.
He called me. He called me the freak.
I was into it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Call me soon after. I was like, I'll let this slide.
The module is not the longest. It was 2 hours and 40 minutes. It may go
Oh,
on for
nice.
longer next time. We may have more, we may have less. But in the meantime, you are all welcome to hang about and chat as you will. No, I love you. I love you, Irish.
Woo! Good job, Solo. Good job. Well done. Oh my god.
Absolutely, there will be developments.
Some pineapples on that pizza.
Mwah.
Oh my fucking god, the pizza incident!
The pizza.
Just like that, the deal is off.
He is now banned.
Waffle night over here, Jesus.
Jesus.
I'm kidding. All right, good job, everyone. Y'all have a wonderful night.
You too, dear. Mwah. Good job,
You did
dude.
so good as Don Carlos. This
so
is
sweet.
insanely fitting.
Thank you.
When I saw this, I was like, "Oh shit, you were meant to play this guy."
Look at that name. And I heard Don Carlos. I didn't even register the last name.
Velasquez.
Carlos, and I'm like,
Yep.
Maple, open your eyes.
Open your eyes, boy.
Open your eyes.
Good job, dude.
I'll be honest. Nico tried so hard. One, not to step on Felix's toes.
Yeah.
But two, to dissuade Carlos from going to Aether.
Perhaps I can buy this place. How much? Yeah, you don't want this guy in Aether.
You have to talk to the
Yeah.
president.
From what I've read, you don't want this guy in Aether. You made the right call.
No, you do not want to. So when I first
Because this guy would have people outside the gates of like the teleportation gates just snatching people. That's why. Yeah.
You cucked me.
Oh god, dude.
That was supposed to be my wife.
So what he did was he saw people were outbidding you, and he didn't want it to seem like, because one thing I've noticed in and out of character is that when it comes to auctions, if two people go back and forth, they just start they just start competing. He threw his own hat into the ring to spread it so it didn't become a competition and minimize the chances of it going over what we could pay together. That was the whole reason.
It all worked out. It honestly worked out perfectly. So, but I don't care because that's my wife.
Oh, you can have her. He's not into women.
You did fantastic.
Hey!
Good shit. Good shit.
Good job, bud. I liked your green Goral. It was good.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, dude.
I literally had her end up chasing down a shape-shifting potion so she could unstuff herself.
Yeah, 100%.
But
Good shit, dude.
It was good. There was a lot of scheming, a lot of backdealing, and all that kind of go on. Stuff. I'm curious to see what comes of some of it and all that. Did they end up making the deal for the glass, or?
Yeah, I got the deal.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah. I was wondering if they were gonna end up going for it or not. It was kind of seeming like they might not for a bit. But,
I think they won out. It was the slave Goral they wanted like a lot, and then the glass. We made a deal for it.
yeah, almost everything I was involved with was trying to finagle who got the girl at the end.
But dude, Trinitite?
I need a moment.
Yeah. What's up, dude?
There was bound to be some.
So I don't flinch in Impact anymore.
Yeah.
But I like to see the artwork that comes out of it, the character designs, and she's perfect.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I really want to remodel it.
I am not ashamed to say I'm into this.
Yeah.
What I actually want to do
The Ice Queen.
is I want to take this and use this as the shape-shifted grass.
Oh.
My goodness. Yeah,
So, yeah.
Mhm.
And then just like make some changes to it and go from there.
Did you see the MMO that's based on Genshin?
Shape of the eyes.
Have you seen it?
No, I didn't.
It's called like Tower of something, but it's Genshin, but as an MMO. So they have all these new models to fucking throw at us.
You only level up if you get luck out in the fucking shop.
I don't know. It's a Genshin-esque. They basically stole all the mechanics. Oh god.
So he got 200. So he got 200 from the initial trade-in. He
Yep.
got 400 from Felix immediately after the auction. Felix had 400 and just handed it to him. And then Felix came back to Matt because Felix was supposed to go and pick up what Zaffron had. And
Greetings, my dear. Greetings.
1,200.
Hello. Hello.
It is good to see you.
Working together.
Yeah. You're clearly having fun being the big.
It is good to be the Lord, the Don.
You love your guys in red. Big lords in red.
This guy is more of like a maroon, yeah? But yes. It's red. Red is a good...
Aesthetic is the place. It's perfect.
Red is my color. So, why not?
Elongating it a bit. I knew what you were trying to do.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Well, the nature of being a servant, I didn't get to be as interactive.
Right.
But it's fine.
I think you did spectacularly. I noticed you.
And I was just trying to search up the person
Yeah, exactly. Well done, dude. Absolutely.
I love this. It's funny.
When in doubt, just point to your own fingers. Yeah. God.
I really hope they did a good job because I looked at this character. I'm like, oh god, he's so cool.
Good job, boy.
I turned off voices. I'm in the stream. I can't hear you, but I love you, fam.
Hello. Good to see you, dude.
Service, but I just sounds like uses guns or like sells guns or like a world.
So during the auction, I laughed. You might have seen me laugh because you're sitting next to me. But when they were betting on the desk and chair that helped with your back pain, and Zori's character is like, well, he might need it more than me. And then as soon as he finished talking, his tracking bugged out and he's back to.
Oh, damn, dude.
That was so funny. But also, for some reason, when you walked in as this guy, you were a banana for me.
Oh. Yeah, you went to the fallback, yeah. Banana Man.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I know why. It's because this model... I know why. You have your restrictions set. So, this
I
guy...
have my restrictions off right now, though. That's the
Something
thing.
about your restrictions set me back to a banana. Yeah, VR chat
There was
did.
a server bug, and basically all of your settings have been reset. So if you have avatars you've shown, they're not automatically shown anymore.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense because I had something similar, so I was always kind of curious because like people on the Aether map, I was like looking at people, I'm like, I have you shown, so I was like,
yeah.
Also, I love the beta. I recommend everyone get on the beta for Aether because you can literally hide avatars that are further than 10 meters away.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If I let's say like I do like 5 meters. Everyone out there, I can't see unless I've specifically shown their avatars.
Can you hear them? I'm imagining you can still hear them.
You
can still hear them.
Just fine. But you can also, in the audio, you can turn on earmuff mode. And as somebody who's autistic, now I can't hear all of those conversations. That is not overwhelming. I can hear
You can hide all avatars except you. If you want it.
You can.
Yeah.
You literally... That's
But-
what I was doing
yeah.
earlier because the audio in this world was like, there's very little audio fall off in the far.
Yeah.
So Hey, I turned the cone, I call it my cone of silence. I turned it on, and whenever I was talking to a character, all I could hear was them. I could hear everyone else, but it was like very faded, very distant. There was a lot of fall off.
So you can notice really easily how many frames you save when you hide models.
Oh my god, it's a
It's Spooderman.
I got. Hang on, I have to look at the document.
So I had 70 the whole night, and that's fine.
It's legally differentiated.
But Aether, maybe 30. Maybe.
Well, I was thinking if you could hide all those avatars, you could run like a mini module.
That's where I got the Jade Goblin.
And the sound.
That's what I was trying to
remember. Yeah.
Like, what did I win in the auction?
Since you're hiding everything.
And I recommend, like, 100%, I recommend you set up the audio fall off.
You know, I just realized there's one good.
So that way you're not hearing conversations in buildings and stuff
I
that you
got
shouldn't hear.
from Felix, and then I gave like 500.
Oh, I see the earmuff mode. Okay. Huh.
To Trent's character to
Yeah,
basically
your
attempt
muff
to get
mode
the
is so
slave
good,
girl.
especially when you're a stoner like me who gets
Yeah.
easily.
So I got 200 for my uncle.
What distance do you put it at? Like 3 meters?
So she tried.
You
Trent's
got
character
him
tried
water
to
and
get
he
the
gave you
slave girl.
200. Damn.
Right now, I
No,
have it
like
set
I'm talking
to.
shipments of water. I have to give him shipments. Of water.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like,
I
yeah,
have it
was
set
at
to
first I was like, he
3.36
gave you
meters.
200 for you to bring him water.
Got it.
And there's actually a physical circle on the ground. If you look at the ground,
Oh, I see that.
the red circle is your audio circle, and then the gray circle is your fall
So
off.
they tried to get
the fall off.
they tried to
Oh.
get the slave girl.
Oh, good. The thing from Callus made it to everyone.
They
Good.
did so
Okay.
by offering
Or
Inigo
Callus Row. Yeah.
magical services.
Good. I was missing that the whole fucking time.
Hear about that?
Inigo
I
hates
want to give
magic.
Inigo some magical services. Oh, wow.
Makes sense.
Oh, woo.
And then he was like, then you should go. Then you should go.
Get yourself a magical girl.
To go speak, and I was gonna go do that, and then I saw the Don, and then I saw the Don talking to Felix, and unfortunately at that moment his priorities shifted.
You played him so well. I love Inigo. You do his voice so fucking well.
Yeah, he's a pretty lad.
Thank you.
There's
I
a
fucking
certain thing.
despise him.
There's a certain thing I say when people's voices that meet the character, you have a 1-for-1 with that. And they'll say that's why I fucking
What are you looking at, buddy?
love Inigo. It's like that.
Looking at a
Absolutely
dude.
Smug son of a bitch.
My name's Rock.
What's up, dude?
He is
I fart a lot.
the kind of man who believes that he has
That's
all
cool,
of the
dude.
cards, and that so
I
long
have
as he plays
expected
them
you to
right,
have some of your
literally
guards come
nothing
like
can go
harass
wrong
me
him.
for our bad blood and bad dealings.
If you had gotten too close, maybe.
What might be future planned?
I do not fight here.
Actively kept me in the dark about this.
Yes.
Okay, then I will
we
be.
fight
I
in the
will
true
set
battlegrounds
like that.
where money's
As I say,
involved.
I don't know if it would be
Fuck yeah, dude.
like that, but just there will be continuing stuff from this.
Solo actively wants
Absolutely.
to make sure that I am not involved in the development of any lore that directly affects my character, or planning rather that affects my character, is to ensure that I have an authentic experience.
Yeah, and Inigo
hear. Then it's
and
like,
Kid
my mouth is
still
shut.
have to discuss their things because Kid has managed to look into stuff.
Alright, chat. That is going to be it for the evening. I hope you all liked what we did here. I don't really have a... do I have a private mirror? I don't know. I thought there was a way to spawn a mirror. That's okay. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. The next time you will see me is Monday next week for Aether, okay? Thank you so much if you stayed. But alas, we must away. So, have a great night, okay? Mwah.